So yeah, I went ahead and upgraded to Omnibus for a series that I was collecting halfway through. So yeah, stay tuned to find out what that series is. All right, guys, welcome back and welcome into haul video number 118. So as I mentioned, I do have a lot of comics to go through in the comic section here, as well as Lego. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great week as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this haul, starting with the comics as always. Alright guys, welcome into the comic book section here of haul video number 118. As I mentioned last week, I did have like a huge chunk of comics that I decided to split up into two purchases and two videos, I guess. So all the stuff I have here in this haul is actually from IST. So these were pretty much my August purchases for IST, minus one purchase that is taking forever to ship. There's one book that I bought there that's being held up, but you guys will see that eventually. But yeah, so we'll go through this here. This is actually three purchases, so we'll show what those are. Starting off our list here, the thumbnail of this video, we had East of West Volume 8. And this collects issues 35 through 38 of East of West, I believe. Jonathan Hickman, art by Nick Dragotta, not sure there, but yeah, really excited to get this. This puts me one trade away from finishing collecting East of West, so very much excited to hopefully dive into this at some point. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much closing in on finishing up a lot of my Image series. You know, I know I say that a lot, but if you guys watched my video last week, I just started collecting two more Image series. So yeah, but I mean, what's really attracting me to a lot of these books are the creators, you know, Rick Remender, Jonathan Hickman, you know, Robert Kirkman. You know, just want to read, you know, stuff from creators that I enjoy reading stuff from in the past, right? Or have heard great stuff about as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this. You can see here the inside interiors, but really cool to get that. And this will hopefully start to expedite finishing up my journey towards collecting all of East of West. I think I've only been collecting East of West for like a year now, though, so it hasn't been too long of a wait to get that whole thing finished up there. So more to come on that for sure. Next book I picked up was also from an Image series by Jonathan Hickman, and that is the Manhattan Projects, Volume 4. What's nice about this series is that I only have two more volumes left to collect of this until I finish everything up. So that is nice. You can see here some interiors going on. Interesting artwork to say the least, and I'm very excited to give this a read at some point as well. So really cool. Interesting to see how like the spines, I love how the spines of East of West and Manhattan Projects, like I know I said this before, but I love how they look very similar in design. So go figure, right? But that's that. So again, getting really close to finishing up those two series. The next book I got here was something I needed to kind of finish off my order. And it's a series that I actually started reading in singles on the comic book podcast show that I was on with Mike and Vince a couple years ago. And that series is Homesick Pilots. So pick this up for $5. You know, it's a Volume 1 Image trade, so it goes for $10, which is a really great marketing technique. This collects issues 1 through 5 of Homesick Pilots, which I believe I've read all of that. Maybe I stopped at issue 3 or 4. I did enjoy it. I really like the art. You know, the coloring was also really spot on with this story. You can see here some interiors. just in case if you're curious as to what it looks like. But yeah, I'm really into this. I love the styling of this book, and I think this is honestly one of those books that's going to read better in trade. Not to say it didn't read good, you know, coming out every week or every month or whatever. But I just think it might be better just to sit down and read through it all together. So yeah, really, really excited to pick that up. I have the next 2 volumes, I think, on my IST wish list. So if the opportunity presents itself where I can get those for cheap, I'm gonna pick those up at some point too. But definitely want to continue reading that series. I think it's a really cool, you know, stylistic series. It reminds me a lot of like Paper Girls, or even like, I don't know, it might be a stretch to say it's kind of like Saga, but like kind of gives me that same type of vibe. You know, I think it's more grounded like Paper Girls is, so you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and then the main reason why I made that purchase was for this book right here, and that is the Avengers Kang War Epic Collection. So this is a series of issues that I do not own. I did read some of this coming out. So this collects issues not coming out. Wow, I wasn't around in the 1970s. This collects issues 129 through 149 of Avengers, as well as Giant Science Avengers numbers 2 through 4. So I did have a small collection called the Serpent Crown, which collected, I think, like 141 through 142, then 144 to 146 or something, some random number. I read that. I ended up giving it to one of my friends. I bought it for like $5. It was whatever. But that has the Serpent Crown storyline. That also has I think the first appearance of Hellcat. You know, I'm not sure if that's her first appearance or if that's something else, but I did read that. I really enjoyed it. This is getting into this is still Steve Englehart's run. And I think this is coming right before Jim Shooter's run on Avengers. So this is getting to that point there. Roy Thomas has left the book at this point. So, and I think this has a Celestial Madonna storyline, which I have not read. I did read recently, I read the A Traitor Stalks Among Us epic collection. And that does start to plant the seeds of the Celestial Madonna storyline. So we get an introduction to Mantis. We have all that stuff with Swordsman going on. But this is kind of where that comes to fruition. And obviously we have a story with Kang in here. And obviously this is called Kang War because this came out like, this book was, I think it came out like either a week or 2 weeks after San Diego Comic-Con, where they announced the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars Avengers films that are coming out in 2025. So obviously capitalizing off that hype, they named this Kang War, which honestly this should have been called Celestial Madonna, to be honest. I mean, that's pretty much what the main story is that's in here. But whatever. I'm really glad I held off on buying the Celestial Madonna paperback because this is more comprehensive. It has all that other stuff in here. And I think it also has the Coming of the Beast collection as well, or the storyline there. So yeah, this fills in a huge gap here. So I'm looking at my Avengers stuff right here, and this goes right between A Traitor Stalks Among Us and the Avengers Defenders War, I believe. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry. This goes after Avengers Defenders War and before The Final Threat. So this is really starting to close in a huge chunk of Avengers material that is essentially collected across Epic Collection, like all the way. Like I have pretty much Avengers is not nearly as close to completion with epics as like Captain America or Thor is, but it's getting there. Like they're releasing new epics like these pretty much every year, so we're getting new material, and they're definitely helping filling in the gaps for people with reprints. So oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show any. I don't think I showed any interiors here, but you can see here this is some basic 1970s Avengers, which I'm very excited to read. I know it can be very wordy sometimes, but I think, you know, it's definitely that classic Avengers stuff that you want to see, right? Like the team is pretty classic there. You got, you know, Cap, Vision, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch. So you got all your bread and butters, if that makes sense, on the team. So yeah, really excited to pick that up, and it took so long to ship. I don't know what was going on. I think I had one book in this order that was just taking forever to get back in stock. So yeah, it was just annoying. But anyway, we'll get into the series that I mentioned at the top of the video that I've decided to upgrade to Epics, and mostly because of the announcement of the movie that's coming out for this series. I decided to go ahead and pick it up because you know, this was the easiest way to get this series collected fully in, you know, in collected edition. And the classic editions of these books were very hard to find at this point and were just out of print. So went ahead and upgraded to the Omnibus for Thunderbolts. So this is volume 1. This collects issues 0 through 33 of Thunderbolts, as well as Thunderbolts Annual 97, Thunderbolts Distant Rumblings number -1, Incredible Hulk number 449, Spider-Man Team Up number 7, Heroes for Hire number 7, Captain America and Citizen V Annual 1998, Avengers number 12 from 1998, and Tales of the Marvel Universe number 1. So you can see here the cover roll. So this is definitely, I think, the cream of the crop for a lot of people when it comes to Thunderbolts. This is Kurt Busiek and Mark Bagley on Thunderbolts. And again, for people who aren't familiar, like, you know, this is a team of basically like reformed villains, I think, or it's definitely a different take on, you know, pretty much like the hero team, I guess. Like, these are all a bunch of like, you know, heroes for hire, like just a bunch of like bums, really. And they're not like your quintessential heroes, right? So you know, it's definitely a different take on the superhero book, and I'm very excited to read this and kind of see what this is all about. I mean, this really did pave the way for a lot of other team up books similar to this to come about with Marvel. I think Dark Avengers, you know, a lot of the Dark Avengers stuff has to, you know, kind of came about with the Thunderbolts, and just a very nice book to pick up here to have that whole series collected. So again, there's that. And then I also went ahead and picked up volume 2. So Mark Bagley at this point has left the book, I believe. And this collects issues 34 through 63 of Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts Annual 2000, Avengers, the 1998 series, numbers 31 through 34, Avengers Annual 2000, Thunderbolts Life Sentences, Thunderbolts from the Marvel Vault, Citizen V and the V Battalion numbers 1 through 3, and Citizen V and the V Battalion, the Everlasting, numbers 1 through 4. So I believe there's a third volume that's coming out soon of Thunderbolts, and I think that might collect everything. I'm not sure if it's going to continue on after that, but I went ahead and picked this up because both of these were actually on sale for like 55% off on IST. So really good deal there. And again, I think from what I can remember, I think the Thunderbolts, so I am actually selling the first 3 Thunderbolts Classic collections. I'm going to get rid of those. And I think after that, we got 3 more volumes of Hawkeye and the Thunderbolts, which finishes up the first volume of material from the Omnibus, and then I think it gets into the second volume, but that's pretty much where it ended, right? Like, we didn't get any real collected editions other than those classic collected editions of Thunderbolts. So hence the reason why I upgraded, and you know, obviously before the movie, I'm gonna make it a point to sit down and read this collection. I know it's not gonna be exactly based off this series, because we're obviously not gonna have the characters that you see on the cover there showing up in the movie. Maybe we might get some cameos, but the MCU's version of the Thunderbolts is going to be more based off of like the characters we've already seen, right? So U.S. Agent, you know, the Black Widow character, you know, Florence Pugh's, you know, Black Widow character, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm sure there's going to be some inspiration from like some storylines in this series I want to read and find out about, so more to come there. But yeah, that's my comic stuff here. So if you're interested in buying those 3 collections, hit me up and maybe we can make a deal or whatever. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching this section of the video. Alright, so welcome into the Lego section here of haul video number 118. So I did go ahead and go to the Lego store again and go to Kohl's again. So I went up to New York with my girlfriend for her niece's, or not nieces, her nephew's baptism. So we stopped at a mall near that area, and we ended up I ended up going into the Lego store there and picked up a couple things that I was looking for, and was able to find for cheap. And while I was there, I actually picked up, since I made a qualifying purchase, I got the Lego VIP pack. So I actually do have two of these. I bought the Lego purchase I made last haul video. I also got one of these. So I'm thinking if I should just keep these sealed or if I should open one up and build the stuff inside. But it's just like a bunch of like miscellaneous pieces that you can make whatever you want. It's pirate themed, which is kind of cool. So I haven't seen Lego release one of these at all, like as a set. I mean, I'm not sure what this is, but maybe we'll open it up, maybe we won't, who knows. But yeah, picked that up for free because I made a qualifying purchase. And this set I want to show here too, because I forgot about this, but I ordered this set back in May of this year. This was part of my May the 4th order that I went on a whole rant about because I got gypped by Lego because my order wasn't fully filled, and that delayed my order and basically missed out on the promo, which pissed me off. But anywho, this was the last set that was in that order that was taking forever to ship, and that is the Lego 40557 Hoth Troopers Battle Pack, or Character Pack, or whatever. I already own one of these. I bought this so I can get to that ordering threshold to get the promo. So yeah, pretty much just another reminder of the pain I suffered from that weekend of missing out on that order. But yeah, we'll open this up, we'll build the minifigures, we'll keep them in the collection here for sure. Alright, so the next set I bought here was a set that was kind of random that Lego announced. I didn't really expect it to be released, to be honest, especially since we just had one of these sets like a couple years ago, and I don't know who was asking for one of these, but they built another one, so I went ahead and picked it up, and that is the Lego brand store. So again, pick this up because you can't really buy this anywhere else besides lego.com or the store. So I said, what the hell, let's just go buy it. So you can see here, it's kind of the front and the back. It does have a lot of similarities with the Lego store set that came out like maybe 2-3 years ago. Same type of stickers, same type of kind of setup of a lot of the builds and stuff. So would be interesting to do a comparison. I do have the other Lego store here in my possession, so maybe I can take a look at them and see how they stack up. But yeah, this was $40, I think, so not too bad price per piece wise. But again, just like a set where I asked the question, like, who wanted this, like who was asking, like, I could really use a nice Lego, like a modular Lego store set. I mean, I guess the only good thing about this is that you can like fold out the back parts. That is a nice feature. You can fold out the little sides here to extend the store, which looks nice. But overall, this is kind of a weird set to throw in for this time. All right, next set I bought here was one that I saw that was on sale, and I was like, yes, let's go ahead and pick this up because I wanted this set, but just didn't feel like paying the price that it was being sold for. And that is the Lego 76237 Sanctuary 2 Endgame Battle. So I remember when I first heard rumors about this set, there was rumors floating around that it was going to be like a huge Sanctuary 2 set from Avengers Endgame with the full ship and just this grand set. It was about, I think what they were saying it was gonna be $80 or $100 or something. And then the rumors came out basically saying that it was gonna be a $40 set with 3 minifigures. And I like the set for the minifigures. and that's pretty much it. I mean, this will be nice to maybe display, but like it just sticks out because it's weird. Like it's super small. It's super small and just cheap looking, and the color schemes are off too. Like it's not like I'm almost 100% certain that this ship is like black or like dark brown or something in the movie, and they went ahead and just gave it like the bland Chitauri like color scheme and stuff with the purple. I don't know. It's just, again, it's like a set where I'm like who asked for this? Like who wanted this set, right? I mean, I guess you could say that this set could go well with the updated like endgame battle scene set that came out with like the Avengers compound and Thanos and stuff like that. So you could put this on a stand and maybe have it floating above it, which might be cool to have like all that together. But aside from that though, it's just like what's the point of this? I mean, you know, the only minifigure that I'm really super hype about in this set is Captain Marvel, because I think that's exclusive to this set. I don't think we've seen that Captain Marvel before, but I could be wrong. I'm almost 100% certain that Iron Man figure is reused, and the Thanos figure might have a new face, but other than that, I think everything else is reused with that too. So, yeah, but it was nice to pick this up for $30 instead of $40, so I was able to get somewhat of a good deal on that. All right, and then, excuse me, and then the last set I bought here was probably one I'm most hype about to build, and that is the Lego 75330 Dagobah Jedi Training. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know why this thing called Yoda's Hut, but whatever. Yeah, 1,000 pieces. I went ahead and picked this up from Kohl's.com because, again, this is one of those sets that was supposed to go up in price, $10, go up from $80 to $90, and I slid in there at the last minute and got this for $80, and then I actually used $20 Kohl's cash, so I was able to actually get this set for $60, which is a pretty good deal considering the initial price of this set and also the price hike. But this is just a great set. I mean, this is the second diorama set I picked up a couple weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago actually. At this point, I'm not sure when I picked it up, but I picked up the Death Star, the Trench Run set. So I picked that up, and I have it actually displayed over here now. So I went ahead and picked this one up, and these might actually be the only two I get. I don't really have any like super urge to go out and get the compactor one, especially considering the price of that is crazy expensive. I think it's like 90 or $100 now or something, like some crazy ass number. I just don't feel I just don't see like the need to buy that, right? But this set is really nice for $60. I was able to get this for. This is a really great diorama set. Has that 18 plus box packaging here, and you know, just some great minifigures too. You know, that exclusive R2D2 there, Luke Skywalker, Yoda. This will definitely be a treat to build. I've heard people bitch about all of the green pieces that come with like the swamp, so that's gonna be fun to deal with that with all those tiles. But yeah, just a very nice set. And you know, aside from the price with some of these diorama sets, I do like the diorama approach. I think it's a very interesting shift that Lego is taking with their sets for Star Wars. And personally, for someone like myself who's an adult collector, I think it's a really great way that they're going. So hopefully we get more of that, and I hope we get some prequel stuff. You know, not just the same like, you know, original trilogy things. Like I think there's a rumor going around that we're getting a Death Star 2 battle, you know, like the Death Star 2 throne room fight scene diorama next year, so that will be interesting to see that. But yeah, aside from that, that's my Lego stuff for this week, and thank you guys so much for watching this section of the video. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching haul video number 118. So finally, so happy to have all this stuff kind of like shown on a video so I can put away in my collection and actually start building some of this stuff. Like I've been chomping at the bit to build it, and I've actually haven't really been home to really build a lot of stuff recently, but hopefully that will change here soon. So yeah, very excited to do this, and thank you guys again so much for watching this. Definitely consider liking this video and subscribing. I post content like this pretty much every week, so you know, you can always count on one of these videos being up there on the channel. And if not, there's 117 videos just like this on my channel. You can go back and browse through with the playlist that I have on my channel. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.